Welcome back to another craft with me, with Kendra Key. Not sure if that was supposed to rhyme, but it did, so we're gonna go with it. Let's see, I just have to make sure I can actually see that. I hope my phone is charging right now. But I can't tell. That's annoying. Okay, anyway. Hopefully I don't lose the video. We're going to kind of be continuing from the last part. We were dyeing paper the last time around, working on this little mini Christmas folio journal. The items that I produced today will also be used in other Christmas journals, which I showed the last video, the shells for those. So we have like a traveler's notebook, kind of dimensions, a 4-panel, 3 signature one, and then what I might call standard size, which is meant to fit like an 8.5 by 5.5, so like a letter size folded in half, like a US letter size piece of paper folded in half. So this is a 3-panel 4 signature one, and so I'm making the stuff that I'm making will be bases for stuff, you know, for cards and tags and other things for those 2 projects in addition to the mini one. So if you're like, you're doing a whole bunch for that tiny little journal, you're right. I am doing a whole bunch, and it's not just for the tiny little journal. So, all right. So last time we did some paper dyeing exercises, and so I'm just kind of showing you what came from that. These are the green ones. This was just a mop-up page, so the back is white. We can do something with that at a later time. You can see all this. Then the red papers, which again, kind of like I was thinking, didn't turn out as brilliant red as I would have liked, but that's okay. This was just a mop-up page. Okay. So these will come into question, probably, during our time together. But we were working on this at the end. So this is a brown paper bag that you would get from like a grocery store. I just unfolded the paper bag and tried to maintain as much of the paper bag as I possibly could, because this is going to be the base for a variety of different things for this project, like cards, like tags, like little folio pieces, and I'm gonna have some like little folio or flip outs and stuff on these panels, and this will serve as the base for those items. So I have red, bright red, so I think this is like a Christmassy red that I would like to use up here. And I had to mix a green because I actually don't have a green, so I'm thinking about using this one, but I might change it as I'm going if I don't feel like it's giving me what I want. And then I have my just regular degglers. I have some black just in case I want to go deeper, and I have white off to the side here because it's a really big, huge jug of white, just in case I want to go lighter. So I have some options here. And yeah, gesso also, which is what you're seeing here as the base. I just put some gesso down on the brown paper bag. Not trying to completely cover it. If you want to do that, you can. I'm okay with some of the brown popping through. I think it's going to add some depth and layers as I continue building these up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I probably should have done a couple of these because I don't know exactly how this is going to work out. And I do have I want this green darker. A little bit of black. I just want it to be a deeper green. Rando, I saw an ad that you can't skip. On the highway when I was driving, that Squid Game is coming back with season 2. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go in and do some things here. I don't know. Deciding, I almost feel like maybe I want a little bit more blue, but not too much. Just a drop. Maybe this blue is a little too yellowy. I'm trying to see if I can mix this up really good. Trying to stay in frame here. Definitely can't add till the green is completely dry, otherwise it's going to be a murky, suspicious looking color. So I think what I also want to do, so I'm just going to park this off to the side so it can dry. And I'm going to grab some of our dyed pages and see what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm kind of feeling. Making this all up. I do not know what I am doing, and I encourage you to do something that makes you feel a little uncomfortable when it comes to your crafting, because you just never know what can come of such an experiment. At least I could dry. Might have. Definitely. Okay. Now, I'm not going to quite throw this away because once it dries, I could use some of it for like a base to a cluster or something like that. So we're not gonna give up on it quite yet. I kind of like the crunching thing. I don't know, it gives an interesting texture. I was only able to do one side. Maybe we'll try something different on the opposite side. I am low-key terrified to try to do red, but I think I'm gonna have to do that because we gotta do it. I don't know. Okay, so I am going to blow dry these dry, and I don't, oh, I can turn my mic off. So I'm gonna turn my mic off so I can blow dry these so it's not like blasting in your ear. So hopefully I remember to turn the microphone back on and I don't just start talking. Anyway, so I'm gonna mute and blow dry. Okay, I think I am unmuted now. So I want to make a more bluey green, like a deeper, like a evergreen green. So let's see if I can pull that off. So I do need some yellow. Yeah, less yellowy, I think, this go around. And then definitely you're gonna need some black too to give it some depth. Ooh, okay, I think it's waking. Yeah, I mean, that low-key looks like evergreen, doesn't it? Okay, mixing skills, I see you. Don't make it too dark, hee hee hee. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna... All right, so... Ow. I didn't actually blow dry this, but since we're still using green and we're not using red, I think it's okay if it's a little... I'm just gonna like try to go over the areas that I already did with green and just like add some depth to that green with this green. I'm off camera, I know, I'm sorry, I can't fit it. Okay, let me try to move the palette over. See if I can get some more paper bag in the frame. And it's kind of just like, the intent is to add some depth to some of this, but I'm just gonna rotate. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying myself, so cool. Totally worth it. Let's see. Like, let me know down in the comment section, like, if you've done anything recently that was a little bit uncomfortable for you, like a little bit outside your comfort zone, but it was like so worth taking the risk. Like, okay, I'm gonna park this over to dry again. And then we're gonna bring in these dudes. Now, wondering, I did dry this crinkle paper a little bit. Just kind of, probably should have done that. Let that dry. Some dry. Oops. I need to kind of do it on the back, but here we are. Yeah, it's like I'm less interested in brush strokes and more interested in texture. Oh, this doesn't have. Okay. Okay, do look like evergreen trees if you squint really hard. Okay. Okay. Cool. Since we have some left over, have you started listening to Christmas music yet? Huh? You know what? I have not. I have not yet succumbed I haven't put up my Christmas decorations either. I was out of town for the first like 10 days of December, and so I do feel, you know, like I'm trying to catch up a little bit with the Christmas stuff, Christmas festivities. I did work on the Christmas journal covers and stuff while I was out and about, so I haven't completely neglected, but certainly not as... All right, this is me just wilding out. I'm wilding. Okay. Okay, again, I'm going to mute and so that I can dry these things. And then I am going to venture into the land of red. So let me mute. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I think this is dryish, mostly, yes. I'm actually going to add a layer of gesso. I wasn't going to do that before I do the red. I told you I'm nervous, so you already know I'm tripping. But it's a little green. I think the green is screaming a little loud. So I'm gonna add a layer of gesso, I think, because I want it to be less screaming. It's screaming. And you know what I'm actually gonna do? I think I'm gonna do the crunching method like I did before, so that it's not brush strokes. And I think that's how I'm gonna apply the red too. I think I'm gonna do the red like crunching like I did with the afterthought when I was just trying to use up the paint on that piece of paper, like doing it like this and blotting. Yeah, let's try this, see if that does something for us. Not all 100% dry. It's okay, because we're just in gesso. Yeah, kind of liking it. Not gonna lie, with this gesso moment happening. Let's paint some more on here. Blotting. Blot. Sorry if I'm out of frame. This is a big piece and I'm trying to keep it in frame. Not always successful. Okay. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. All right. Okay. We will continue our blotting. Ooh, I got a little. By a little, I mean a lot. Okay. Just gonna do this. And you know what? I think having the green be very dominant, because red is gonna pop anyway, right? Like when I add that red, it's just going, potentially it's going to steal the show. It has been known to do that in the past. So I think having the green kind of be a bit much, it'll maybe work out. We'll see. I mean, you will see what happens, because we are live. So if it turns out to be crazy, you're gonna see it pop all the way off in real time. Okay. All right, I'm gonna rotate our paper again so that you can see me on this side of things. Okay. It almost looks like snow too, you know? All right, I think we are just about okay with the blotting. Heh. So I'm going to turn the microphone off again, and I'm going to dry this more thoroughly this time, because then I think we're going to venture into the red. So let's, yeah, let me mute and dry, and then I'll come back. Mute. Okay, I think the mic is up again. So yeah, that's that. So what I think I'm gonna do, deep breath, we are going to venture into Redland. So I have this bright red, and I think I'm gonna use this first, and then I'll do it similarly, like we're gonna do our blotting methods. I'm just gonna put some down, and then I'm going to kind of mush and squish. Yeah, that's a very red. Okay. Very bright. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna use this completely tattered from the white gesso, and yeah, because I think a little is gonna go a long way. Are we praying right now? Is there prayer? Okay, let's just do something. Here we go. Let's just light touch. Light. We'll gather a little bit more. We're gonna keep going because I'm okay with what's happening. And I hope I'm still in view. I am trying to stay in view. Maybe maybe I put a little too much on that paper. A little goes a long way, remember? Okay, I think we don't want to completely test the boundaries of this, what I believe is a successful moment. So I'm going to just let that be successful. I'm going to relocate it. And then I am going to look at our red papers. And let's see, this is not a red paper, that's a green paper. Okay, so I'm gonna add in the similar, we're gonna do some like a similar, relocate these greens so I have space. And I'm also going to change my water out. All right, where are we at? Okay. All right, I'm gonna do some dabbing with the red on these papers. Here. Okay. Okay. So why is mixed about? And mix it about a little bit. All right, I am being particularly experimental in this very moment. I don't know how wet paper is going to do anything, but I am sorry. Head all up in the camera. My bad. It didn't really do much more, so okay. Just had to try it out. It looks uh like um you might find it during Valentine's Day. I don't know why my brain would not conjure that word up, but it would not. So there you go. Valentine's Day. It looks a little Valentine's Day, but you know what? Process. It's process. It's oof. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to dry these, dry the baseboard. Well, no, before I do all of that. So those can sit. So I am going to I'm going to gesso, scrunchy gesso these. Yeah. All technical here, people. This is super technical. Scrunchy gessoing is a totally technical technique. I'm obviously joking. Okay. It might not be seen as much, but it will when I do the next layer, which is at some point gonna be the red, it's maybe gonna give us something. I don't know what quite yet, but I have a feeling that this is what I should do. So I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I feel like because I think I did this dabbing method for the green for these sheets, it's not as intense as yeah, it's like the green's not as garish as it was on the brown paper bag because I used like the brush strokes for that and it was just a bit much. But now we're just doing a little bit gesso action. And then we're gonna dry everything and see what we got to work with after that. Get out of here in a minute. Okay. I'm not sure if we're gonna quite finish this complete exercise because the day stops for no one and I got things that I need to do. However, I'm now super curious as to how these are gonna turn out. Okay, So we are going to I'm going to mute. Actually, no. Kind of want to adjust with the backs too, because I don't want to. I don't know. All right. I know I'm deep in concentration right now, which means I'm not talking. So concentration, and you're working on your project, whatever it is, or it feels a bit flaily, but cool. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do that on the back side of those. I should do that. Okay. So these are gessoed, and I want to like the way so they can dry while I do other things, and then I'm gonna get, dry the things that aren't dry. Well, they're kind of sticking together. Yes. Okay, that happens sometimes. Alright, so those are off. I am going to blot the backs of the reds. That did not happen, so that's going to happen now. Oh, I don't know if this was intentional, but I think it was laying on top of another one. That's what I think happened to it. The one that's blotted but didn't get blotted, officially blotted. It doesn't have to be all intense. Sorry, my head was just in the way. We're deep here. We're deep in the trenches over here. Okay. All right. So, low key, this feels dry. So, I'm actually going to make a bit of a deeper red. So I'm going to add some black to my red. keep. Probably should use a different piece of paper, but we here now. We are present. So, okay. Let's keep that somewhere that can't harm. Red. A bit more. I'm just gonna mix these up. Let's see what happens here. Might be a little too much black. I might have to add some red. Probably should have added the black off to the side. Here, we'll put the red over here. And ooh, this is so vampy. It's like a burgundy, which I don't think I want quite burgundy. Let's keep going here. I don't even know if this is helpful. Maybe not. You know what? No. I'm not even going to mess with a good thing because I think this is nice. So I'm going to leave this be. She will not mess this up. And by she, I mean me. Okay. Let's see. I think what I want to do... I think I'm gonna mute and dry the papers because they're wet. And then I think I might do a little bit of red, but I'm gonna get the original red. I'm not gonna use the vampy red, though this could be, Right, let me mute, dry, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna leave the red papers for now. Well, let me experiment a little bit with like this one. I wonder if I can just blast it a little bit with some green. Let's see what happens. In some of the areas that are because you know that red and green can make each other murky real quick. You look absolutely crazy. All the work. We'll just leave it at that. And then I think I'm gonna add some red onto these green ones. See if I can get away with this. This is a deeper red, not the bright red. I think we want the bright red though. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop while we're at on this exercise. So okay, cool. Great. So let me just quickly show you. So these are the reds, mostly just reds, a little bit of green, mostly reds. And then we have our green and reds. And then our big paper bag. There you go. All right, I might do some other things to these. I might not, I don't know. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today with a little craft with me. If your hands look just as questionable as mine do, I hope you had fun, you enjoyed yourself, and you made something, or you started to make something, or continue to make something. and that you enjoy. Thank you so much for your beautiful time and energy. If we're not already connected, consider subscribing. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Blessed be.